Captain Marcus Chen had seen many strange things during his 15 years serving aboard the deep space exploration vessel Endeavour, but nothing quite like the desperate alien girl who had just materialized in his quarters through what appeared to be some kind of emergency teleportation device. She was humanoid, but distinctly alien. Her skin possessed an ethereal blue-silver luminescence, and her large, multifaceted eyes reflected the cabin lights like precious gems. Most striking were the delicate, translucent wings that trembled against her back, and the way she seemed to flicker slightly, as if she existed partially between dimensions. "Please," she gasped in accented but fluent standard, collapsing to her knees. "You must help me. I am Zara of the Velnari, and I will die within 3 solar cycles if I cannot find a compatible mate." Marcus set down his coffee and studied her carefully. The Velnari were a mysterious species that humanity had only recently made contact with, known for their advanced technology and their strict adherence to biological imperatives that few other species understood. "Slow down," Marcus said, kneeling beside her. "Tell me what's happening." Zara's wings fluttered anxiously. "My people, we have a biological cycle. Every 7 years, we must bond with a compatible life force or our cellular structure begins to deteriorate. I was supposed to mate with a chosen partner from my world, but—" She paused, her luminescence dimming. "He rejected me, said I was too fascinated with alien cultures, too different. By the time I realized I needed to find another mate, it was almost too late. And you came to me because your species," she said, looking up at him with those remarkable eyes. "According to our biological scans, humans possess a unique life force compatibility rate with Velnari, something about your emotional resonance and adaptability. We've studied your people secretly for decades." Marcus felt a chill. "How many of my crew know you're here?" "None. I used a personal transporter to reach your ship. I chose you specifically, Captain Chen, because our intelligence suggests you're someone who makes decisions based on compassion rather than just protocol." The implications hit him immediately. This wasn't just about saving one alien's life. This was potentially the first diplomatic crisis between humanity and the Velnari. If he refused and she died, it could be seen as an act of aggression. If he agreed to whatever this bonding entailed, he might be making commitments he didn't understand. "What exactly does this bonding involve?" he asked carefully. Zara's luminescence flickered with what might have been embarrassment. "Not what you might think. It's not physical reproduction. It's a sharing of life force, of emotional and mental energy. We would be connected, able to sense each other's well-being across vast distances. It would sustain my biology and, according to our research, might actually extend your lifespan and enhance your cognitive abilities. And the downside? We would be linked forever. If I die, you would feel it. If you're in danger, I would know. We become, in a sense, 2 parts of a greater whole." Marcus stood and walked to his viewport, staring out at the stars. 3 days to decide whether to save an alien life by binding himself to her forever. The enormity of the choice weighed on him. "Why me specifically?" he asked. "You could have chosen any human." "Your psychological profile," Zara said softly. "You've spent your career exploring the unknown, building bridges between species. You understand that sometimes survival requires adaptation, cooperation, and—" She hesitated. "Our scans suggest you're lonely, Captain. You've dedicated your life to others but never found someone who truly understood your passion for exploration." The observation stung because it was true. Marcus had always been more comfortable with the vast emptiness of space than with forming deep connections with others. "If I agree," he said, turning back to her, "what happens to your people's perception of humans? Will this be seen as conquest? As weakness?" "Quite the opposite," Zara replied, rising gracefully. It would be seen as the ultimate demonstration of human adaptability and generosity. You would be saving not just my life, but potentially opening a new era of cooperation between our species. The Velnari have technologies that could benefit humanity greatly, faster-than-light communication, energy sources that could power entire star systems. Marcus closed his eyes, weighing the personal cost against the potential benefits to both species. When he opened them, Zara was watching him with an expression that seemed almost hopeful. "How do we do this?" he asked. Relief flooded Zara's features, her luminescence brightening considerably. "Are you certain? This is not a decision you can undo." "I've spent my career taking calculated risks for the greater good," Marcus said. "This feels like the most important one I'll ever make." Zara approached him, her hand glowing with soft light. "Place your palm against mine and open your mind. Think of everything you want to protect, everyone you care about, all the wonders you've seen in space." As their hands touched, Marcus felt a warm energy flow between them. Images flashed through his mind, Zara's memories of her beautiful homeworld, her dreams of exploration, her fear of dying alone. In return, he shared his own experiences, his love for the stars, his dedication to peaceful exploration. The bonding took only moments, but when it was complete, Marcus could sense Zara's presence like a warm light in the back of his consciousness. She smiled, her wings spreading wide. "Thank you, Marcus Chen. You have saved not just my life, but opened a new chapter for both our peoples." As Marcus felt the subtle changes beginning in his own biology, enhanced awareness, deeper connection to the world around him, he realized that sometimes the greatest discoveries came not from exploring distant planets, but from the courage to connect across the vast distances between different forms of life. The stars suddenly seemed a little less lonely,